Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Good morning. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. And happy Friday, July 3rd. It is the 3rd of July, which is, hold on, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Oh, it's my friend's 6-month birthday today. It's not a real birthday, but just to be silly, I'm going to text her. Happy half birthday, bestie. Done. Beaut, just beaut. Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a good rest. I hope you had a good beginning to the end of your week. I hope you had a great hump day Thursday, and now here we are for Friday. It is going to be a scorcher, another boiling hot day, but that's okay because the heat wave is just about to end. I'm over it. I may be wearing long pants, but that's because I have to have the AC pumped up to 500 degrees below zero in order for anyone in our home to feel comfortable. So even though my home currently is the temperature of the inside of a restaurant fridge, outside it is 35 degrees Celsius, and we just had a thunderstorm roll through, which I don't mind. I love thunderstorms, as you can see from the title. Yesterday we had the biggest thunderstorm ever. We got almost 4 inches of rain in like an hour and a half, which the whole backyard was flooded. The neighbor's backyard had like 4 inches of water under, like it was fully flooded, and our alleyway was like a river, and the road was like a river, and my little, the thing that tells you how many inches of rain you got had 3.5, almost 4 inches of rain. I took a picture to prove it. And then we just had a second thunderstorm roll through just now, and my rain gauge is showing like a lot. I also got a little pool for my niece and nephew. I got a little, like it's a hard-sided, it's basically a kiddie pool, you know the size. And yesterday I filled it up with the hose in the morning because I was like, oh, it'll be warm in the afternoon when the kids come over and it'll be perfect. First of all, water doesn't heat up that quickly in large quantities. Fun fact, if you wanted the water to be warm the same day, you have to put warm water in. Neither here nor there. The next thing was those thunderstorms. It's a 12-inch deep pool. I filled it 6 inches deep because I figured with with 2 kids and 2 adults in the pool, that will fill the rest of the pool up, right? So I filled it 6 inches. Right now, it's like this close to the top. So like we genuinely had a crap ton of rain. I don't mind though, because that means I don't have to water. And let me tell you, the zinnias are absolutely thrilled with the way that the weather has been because they are pushing out flowers. Like today, I have probably 10 zinnias opening. 3 days from now, my garden is going to be an absolute, just so gorgeous because it's going to have all of the zinnias blooming, finally. Also, I showered this morning, which I don't usually do. I'm a nighttime showerer. But oh my gosh, when you shower in the morning, you're like a whole new person. How are we all doing today? I did some hand sewing. I'm going to show you what I got done. I got done the entire bodice, and now we just have to sew the skirt on, which is quite exciting, if I do say so myself. I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm a little nervous because we have to make it fit properly. I tried it on Elizabeth yesterday. They came over for dinner. Oh, by the way, I'm a really good cook. In case you didn't know about me, I'm a really good cook. I like don't brag about it when I'm feeding people. I'm very like self-deprecating when I'm around people. So even if I do a really good job on something, I'm very unlikely to take credit for it. But after the fact, let me tell you, yesterday I invited my sister and her family over, which I've been doing all the time lately because they live so close. And I invited them over for dinner and I said, I've got barbecue, we've got burgers and hot dogs and everything. Just come over. On the way there, she goes, any vegetable? You want me to pick up corn? I said, yes, pick up corn. So they arrive with corn. While I know they're coming, I realized that So hold on. Sorry, I just got distracted by pictures. Oh, they're Slinky's pictures on a Discord. Sorry, I'm seeing Slinky's flowers in my peripheral vision, and I was like, ooh, that's a pretty poppy. Yep, it is. Okay. Anyway, hello Twitch, hello Discord, hello Facebook, hello YouTube, hello everyone. Anyway, I looked in my freezer and we were completely out of burgers, so not ideal, but I had chicken breast. So I took chicken breast out, thawed it quickly, and decided I'll do something with chicken breasts, right? On the barbecue, because again, it's 35 degrees outside. I'm not turning my oven on and I'm not turning my stove on. I'm just not adding heat into my home right now because it's so hot outside. It feels like sacrilege to do that. So what I did is I pulled the chicken out. They were in vacuum sealed bags, individually vacuum sealed in bags that were slightly too big for them. So after they were thawed, in the vacuum seal bag that they were in, I hammered them. Instead of pulling them out and hammering them on like a cutting board with a piece of plastic over top. Oh, we are having our first glitch. Maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking, but it looks bad on my end. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go pee, or maybe I'll just sit here and see you in a minute. I'm back. Okay, now we have internet speed again. I don't even know why that happens because it's not the internet. It must just literally be my phone. It's a beautiful sunshiny blue day. When I started getting ready for the stream this morning, it was actively thunderstorming, and the skies are blue and clear. It's gonna be so hot today because of that thunderstorm in the morning. It's gonna be so humid. Ugh, not ideal. Okay, so as soon as I finish dealing with this hangnail that I'm actively picking off, I feel like I need a nail file. Hand sewing is so difficult for my fingers. I get so many nail damage. I hurt myself when hand sewing. I've been hand sewing a dress for like several days now, and it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna show it to ya. So this is the skirt. Cute, gathered, gorgeous, perfect for a teeny little baby. And then here's the shirt, or the bodice of the dress. Ta-da! And then it's gonna have a little button at the top right there. And then it's going to, I don't know what the bottom is doing yet. We haven't decided, so that's why I haven't done it. I'm gonna lose my ever-loving mind if my fingernail doesn't behave. Let's see what Candace said. Good morning, all. Hit that like and subscribe on your way in. Good morning, Candace. Come on in. Bring the drinks. Got it. Snacks. Got it. And something crafty with you. Got it. And we also have a crochet project if we want to crochet instead. We've got hours to have fun, and don't forget to take your meds. Agreed. Though I feel like I have an idea. It's not going to be great for you in terms of chat, but it is going to be fun for you for a few minutes. I want to go outside and I want to show you the garden. But in order to do that, I have to not be able to talk to you in chat for a few minutes. So how am I going to do that for the audio? I guess you won't get audio. I'll turn the music up so you can see the garden tour. I'll give you a little garden tour because the rain stopped. So I'm going to turn my mic off. I'll turn the phone on. You can't see because the phone is on a table. I'll turn the music up and my mic down because you won't be able to hear me outside anyway. And I'm going to go for a quick walk around outside. Maybe I'll even put you in a tripod so that you can be stationary. But I'm going to pick some flowers and you can come, okay? So let's just hide that. You could just have only the phone, and we'll just reset all the transformation. Good. Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes, but you'll be here with me. You'll see it. So just hold on. about as well as it could have gone. Hi, I'm back. I don't know why, but my phone can't handle being outside without going to sleep and disconnecting from the camera. But I did pick a few flowers for you while I was out there. Just some beautiful poppies. Every day right now we're having a handful of poppies every day, and it's beautiful. Unfortunately, I couldn't film myself picking them for you, but look at the colors today. We've got that beautiful grape purple one. Let's flip that petal back. I like it when they're open like that. There. And then we've got the gorgeous Shirley poppies in a variety of pinks and reds. And then we have another opium poppy in red, which is beautiful. I'm very pleased with those. Sorry you didn't get to see me pick them, but believe that I did. Here's yesterday's poppies. Yesterday's poppies were a little smaller, but still quite beautiful. Look at those. Look at that beauty. Look at this beauty. Whoa. And that one closed already. But they are lovely, aren't they? I am a poppy extraordinaire connoisseur these days. Look at my collection of gorgeous and beautiful poppies. Hold on. There, that's what I wanted. Gorgeous. Now we're all good. I'm gonna go top my coffee off. Actually, you know what? Since it's just you and me here right now anyway, I'm gonna be right back again so I can go pee. So just hold. Hi, I'm back again. No need to panic, anyone. I did try on camera to pick flowers for you, but it didn't work out. Ooh, excuse me, but I'm back now. I'm going to upload some photos into the Discord so I can show you what the garden is. Because she's lovely. My little baby. Okay. The flowers are doing a lot. I also have leaf cutter ants or some other pest. Maybe you guys can help me identify it, because I'm not sure. Don't worry, I took lots and lots and lots of photos for you. Okay, there we go. Done. Now, Discord, you just upload those real quick for me. Beautiful! Look at you doing it on the first try without giving me trouble. Everybody upload? Beautiful. Good for us. Okay, let's go into the old Discord, and then we can look at what the garden's like while I drink my coffee. And then once I'm done my coffee, we can get into either hand sewing or crochet, whatever you're in the mood for, okay? You guys can let me know when we get there. But let me show you the garden, because we've got lovely, lovely stuff going on. For example, right now, my feverfew, my double feverfew, it's so pretty. Look how pretty each of these little flowers are. They're just so full. They're like the prettiest full zinnia, but tiny. Isn't that pretty? Love her. That now also I have yarrow that is two-toned. I have two-toned yarrow coming out, so it's pink and orange. It is the apricot pastel shades is what this one was called. So it makes sense, pink and yellow apricot, but isn't that cool? This is either a ballerina zinnia or a creamy blush ruffles zinnia. Let's see, ballerina zinnia. Okay, that's this. So ballerina zinnias, they seem to all have a dark, like not a green eye, a dark eye, red eye. What color do you have? Yep, this could be a ballerina. So since the eye in the middle is not green, I have ones that are green. So this could be a ballerina. Oh, Candace, the candy tuft also, or candy tuft, whatever, finally bloomed. I have one that is white, but it's not actually white. It's actually the softest pink in the whole world, but it comes off as white. It's very pretty though. I like her. I think I'm going to try a little bit harder to make sure these grow next year, because I really didn't give them any additional help. This is how much rain we got in like an hour and a half. I was surprised. I don't know what I was taking a photo of here. Oh, this. Another beautiful poppy, which I picked. Is that not just, wow. I'm a bit obsessed with the poppies right now. I think they're just so pretty. Okay, so now here's on to the investigation. Who is doing this? Is this leafcutter ants? I didn't see many ants around here, so if it's leafcutter ants, they're working at a different time of day. I also could not find any eggs, any larvae, any poop, or any like exoskeleton casings. There was no evidence of the insect that made these marks, but I know it's like it's obvious that it's an insect, and also I don't know if they're eating it here or cutting it and taking it away. I think that it's ants because there's no garbage, and if it was an animal eating it, there would be garbage. There would be mess and poop and what's it called when they evolve into the next stage, the garbage left behind from that. You know what I'm trying to say. So I don't know who does this, but I thought we could search leaf cutter ants damage to see what it looks like. Yeah, so it's leaf cutter ants. What caused that? Leaf cutters. Leaf cutter ants. Cool. Recognizing the cottage of, okay, let's see. Will leaf cutter plants kill my baby tree. Wow, that was good. Let's see. They can absolutely kill them in a single night. Ooh, they will only cut semicircle. Hold on. If you're referring to leaf cutter bees, they will only cut semicircle holes in the leaves to build their nests, which is largely ants, not plants, ants. Leaf cutter ants, yes, they can damage by stripping it of its foliage to cultivate their underground fungus garden. So what do I do about them then? What should I get rid of them? Colonies should be treated during late fall or early spring. Okay. When planting pine seedlings, you should try to locate and treat any leaf cutting colonies. Okay. How to get rid of ants safe for babies. How bad is a leaf cutter ant bite? Oh, true. They probably hurt. Their bite probably hurts. How to deal with leaf cutter ants. They strip a complete tree in a day of all of its leaves. Can't blame them because they use the leaves to make their food, but they do attack my fig tree, roses, hibiscus, and I would try anything to stop them, preferably natural. Nature, let me see. The native strategy is to track them back to their home, pour petrol down to the nest, and set it on fire. I'm neither keen on pouring petrol into nature nor spraying my plants with heavy chemicals, which does work, I'm told. Beside the nest is not my... Oh, I have neem oil. I'll just do neem oil. They seem to cut the leaves and collect them at the bottom of the tree. Are there any physical barriers one could try that would be too difficult? Do ants avoid plants with a strong smell? Let's see. Tanglefoot. Video to try vacation Costa Rica. I hope it works. Okay, let's see. Diatomaceous earth. Sure. Build a hot compost pile on top of it. Okay. Okay, be careful what you wish for. They do have the benefit of keeping fire ants away. Okay, well, I don't have fire ants, so maybe it's because of them. Let's see. The link reference longer works directly. Okay, cool. I found the best post, blah, 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 blah. Ordinary pest control is pretty effective as it makes the fungus disintegrate. Yeah, I sprayed about 10 ants and the colony seems to have died. I feel a little guilty and would like to find an alternative solution. And amaranth, okay. I keep my many species of ants, including leaf cutters, and what we use in the hobby is barriers like extra virgin olive oil. Oh, okay. I'll just put neem oil on the stem. Hopefully. Hopefully that'll work. Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'm dealing with leaf cutters. And they are defoliating one of my lilac trees, but only one of them. I have 3 lilac trees, and they're all right touching next to each other, but they're only bothering one of them, which is weird. Here's that zinnia in a different location, but it's the same kind. So here's this, and there's ballerina. Do we look? Do we feel? Do we see ballerina? Let's see what the other images look like. Okay, I feel like that's close. Look, this and that. Pretty close. That feels similar enough to me. Okay, and then the other one, there's ballerina, there's Victorian wedding. No, not Victorian wedding dresses, Victorian wedding zinnia. Okay, and then what was the other one? Precious metals. Precious metals. Okay, now what I need to understand, miss, is what makes this different than ballerina? Is it just that it's a color mix instead of one variety of flower? Precious metals. Okay, these are all precious metals. Okay, I guess. I don't know, it's giving ballerina. Ballerina versus precious metals zinnia. Two popular premium zinnia varieties, both prized for unique pastel color. However, they differ significantly What's the difference? Okay. Ballerina is Johnny's version and Precious Metals is Florette's version. I thought Ballerina was the same. It's not just a hungry caterpillar. No, it's not. Okay, let's see. Ballerina maintains soft pinks and peach hues as they mature, and Precious Metals fades to an icy metallic or turquoise quality with apple green veining. Flower form, fully double blooms, giant, dense, and leathery blooms, uniform stability, highly selected for consistency, can occasionally show variance in color. Ballerina is an excellent, reliable choice if you're looking for classic, and Precious Metals is sought after, highly coveted. Okay, so it's just Precious Metals is Florette's version, essentially, is what I'm seeing. Precious Metals, beautiful. It's the same as Ballerina, so that's good. I collected seeds for this, but I also bought a baby plant from someone for a Ballerina zinnia. So I got seeds, or not seeds, I got seedlings for Aurora zinnia, and I have Queenie Lime Red, and I have Ballerina. So Queenie Lime Red, gorgeous. She's going to be very pretty when she's finished. I have one bloom opening right now, and it looks so pretty. So that's Queenie Lime Red. And then the Aurora, this is the one this is the one I'm the most excited to see it actually come to its full form, because it's so interesting to have two colors like that. Like, really? Isn't that interesting? Multicolored flowers. So the one that's opening right now is yellow, but the middle is pink, or like pale pink, kind of like these ones, this edge here, right here. But they are nice. Kind of like this one. I think that's what I'm going to be getting first, is that guy. Or possibly like this. That color is also possible. I'll show you, because I have a couple in the garden that are about to open. Okay, so we did that. Leaf cutters have been shown. Okay, now there's that beautiful flower again. Okay. Oh, I wanted you to see this. This is my corn and my castor bean, my red castor bean. You can see she's getting pretty tall, and look at those three beautiful zinnias open there. So the one that's closest, this one here, is the Queenie Lime Red. That one is Sanguinea, and then this one doesn't belong. That's not any of the colors that I grew. I did not grow that color, so unless that comes out with like a pink or a yellow middle, then it doesn't belong here. But I'm trying to find, like, it could be part of the Aurora mix. It's just the first one. So let's see if I can find something as bright as it, because look at this color back there, that bright purpley fuchsia color. Hold on. I feel like it could still be one of those. Let me see if I can find a picture. Oh, this is the color that it looks like I'm getting in the back. It's pretty though. Nope, that's not what I wanted you to do. I don't see anything that's quite as purpley as that photo that I have of my flower, but I'm not worried. It'll be pretty. It's not orange, so. Also, I have one of my golden zinnias has finally opened. So I grew golden zinnias this year as a, just the first time growing a yellow zinnia on purpose, because it was so pretty in my mom's garden last year, and it's blooming, so that makes me happy. This is my castor bean. She's stunning. She will be even more stunning by the end of summer. I'm aiming to get this plant to about 10 feet, plus the 2 feet of dirt underneath it. So 12 feet is what I'm aiming for this plant to get to. We'll see. There's that flower that doesn't belong again. And beside it is rainbow corn. So it's rainbow popcorn. This is that zinnia that doesn't belong. I was trying to determine what it's supposed to be because I did not plant anything this color. So the only thing it can be is Aurora. Like, color-wise, that's the only thing it could be, is the Aurora, but it doesn't look like any of the Auroras. So I just have to wait. The only Aurora that I have that I know is this one. This one here. See how it's got the different color in the middle? It's kind of, it looks white, but it's like a pale, pale purple. It goes purple, white, yellow. When the double petals start coming out, which I don't know if this one's gonna have doubles. This one might just be a single after all. Doesn't really matter. There's the golden one. Look at this. Look at the difference. Look at this yellow, kind of greenish, pale yellow, but watch this. Ah, this is the right yellow. This is the perfect yellow. It's golden, it's warm. You can see this is going to be a double zinnia because it's got second set of petals coming out already. This is a poppy that is just about to open. So crunkly and crinkly and papery looking. Beautiful. Also the pollen hasn't ripened. I don't know what the correct term is, but the pollen is still attached to the little stamens and it's white. When they are like ripe, look what happens. The pollen turns, oops, bright yellow on those little stamens. So it's white right now, but it will shift and then they will be yellow. I love that poppy. Me too. Me too. Wait till you see this one though, Candace. Wait till you see this next one. Okay, so this is the Sanguinea zinnia. It must be Sanguinea. It's sanguine and then an A on the end, but it rhymes with zinnia if I say Sanguinea, so that makes sense. Anyway, the Sanguinea zinnia is beautiful. It's like this red with a bit of a burgundy purple to it, and the first flower is like, it's not showy, but it will get showier. This is my first Queenie Lime red. I don't know where this drop of mud water came from, but I wasn't willing to touch it just in case it was poo from some animal or insect. But it was probably just splashback from the huge torrential downpour we got right before this. Look at the middle petals and how green they are. Isn't that gorgeous? And look at how pretty the flower looks. Looks like antique. It doesn't look red. It looks antique. I thought Queenie Lime red. I don't want red flowers. No, you don't. But that's not what this is. Look at it. It looks like an antique, just something gorgeous. Isn't that just so pretty? I love it so much. Okay, this is the one, Candace. Look at this poppy. This is from a grocery store poppy seed. A poppy seed that is in the baking section. And look at the flower it creates. What do you mean? To what end? Why do you need to even have this gorgeous, gorgeous bullseye of a flower? Like, what? And funny enough, this flower is actually also flawed. It has, one of the petals didn't develop properly. See? It should have 4 big, beautiful fan petals. But what a color. What an interesting look. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. She's so pretty. Anyway, I mean, she's no pink poppy, but she is beautiful. I just took a bunch of photos so you could see how pretty it is. Again, white pollen right now, which is cool. And then one more. Here's another. Just if you wanted a bit bigger, got you a close up. This one is so pretty. I did pick it because it's so pretty, and that's enough of a reason for me to pick a flower if I do say so myself. Hold on, Poppy. Stay there. Here she is. Looking amazing. Look at that. Look at this. Unfortunately, she got hit by the thunderstorm, so her little poppy stamens are damaged. But aren't they gorgeous? I love poppy pods. Such an interesting thing of nature. Me too, Candace, but I'm so impatient that I won't get any this year. Like, what a good florist would do in my position. I'm not a florist, but you know what I mean. A good flower grower, what they would do is they would let their poppies go to seed, and then they would either collect the seeds or collect the seed pods for dried flower arrangements. What am I doing? I'm cutting all of the poppies as cut flowers, and then I'll have to buy seeds again. I'm willing to buy seeds so that I can enjoy these as cut flowers. It literally looks like a plastic bag. Like, that's not classy looking, but you know, like something super thin, even thinner than tissue paper. So pretty. Look at it from the side. What do you mean? Why? Who are you doing this for? Is this all for me? The answer is yes. That poppy looks ethereal. Literally, it looks like a breath of magic. I love it so much. Can you tell? I took many photos of this poppy because it's so pretty. Okay, next, another photo of the same poppy. Very good. And then this, look, my first Gomphrena Strawberry Fields. I'm so happy to see this one. Let me show you what she looks like when she's big. Gomphrena Strawberry Fields. Strawberry Fields forever. Here's what she should look like later, if we are lucky, which I feel like we're pretty lucky. I'm sure this is what we'll get later, eventually, someday. All right, so this is what my first flower looks like. One singular, count it, one flower on my Gomphrena. But she's beautiful. I'm proud of her. And she's red, so that's what we get, is a red clover-looking flower. It's beautiful, and we're happy to see her. Oh, I have these zinnias, which I don't know why. I thought the zinnia Zinderella peach size. I thought it was going to be like a normal sized flower, but these seem to be tiny. Scabiosa, okay, sure. I think they're tiny flowers is what my point is. They're like normal zinnia sized. I don't believe these are normal zinnia sized. I feel like all of these are using perspective to look larger. This is what I grew, Zinderella peach. Frilly crested orange rose heads of this scabiosa flowered zinnia feature dark eyes. The robust plants produce plenty of double flowers, excellent cut flowers. Like, it doesn't say anything to make me think that they're small, but I have no idea why this exists in my garden then. I have two of this exact same plant, so I know it was something that I planted. Like, this wasn't a random zinnia, this was a purchased intentional zinnia, and the only purchased intentional zinnias that I have that are not white or red are the Zinderella peach, and this is not peach. These are like purple pink to me, so I don't know what they are, but I'm not killing them because they're not orange. Looks like an ember spot on fire. Yeah, that would be cool, a field of them. Also, this is Malva Zebrina. She has survived and is looking gorgeous. So now I have 3 of this color and 3 of the other color, but 0 blue. So I got 3 white and pink, let's call this, and then 3 purple and pink and 0 blue and purple. Oh well. Here's another Sanguinea, but with all of her petals. The Sanguinea zinnia is another cupcake variety. They don't all come out double though. For example, if you look at this photo versus this photo, you can see this is the same as the boring one in this picture. So the color is perfect. The color is not red. I wish that it could have been communicated even better on the seed packet because I don't like red. This is not red. It's very much not red. It's the hottest. It's like if red mixed with fuchsia, but it's not quite just red. Anyway, I'm excited to see these types of blooms, the Scabiosa style blooms. I didn't grow any Scabiosa, so, you know, but I wish I could see more of the Sanguinea. Let's see more people's growing. Sanguinea. I would love to see just Zinnia Sanguinea. Sanguinea zinnia, please and thank you. Not just a bouquet. I want to see, like, that's what I want to see. Okay, so it seems to be not a huge percentage of flowers would come out double and Scabiosa style based on this flower patch. I could cut all of the flowers that don't come out double so that it looks like they're all doubled, but I also don't care enough because they're not orange, so they're allowed to be in my garden. Although, like, let's be honest with ourselves. In what world does my peach one look like this? It doesn't look like that. The other one that I have does not look like that. This color, who are you going to be? You don't look like any of these. How about Zinnia Zinderella purple? Let's see. What color are you guys? You don't look like a Zinnia Zinderella though. Cinderella lilac. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Anyway, that's not what we have. We have Cinderella peach. I'm like 99% sure we did Cinderella peach. Okay, and then... Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the pool. Okay, so this one's another Aurora. I can tell because it's yellow, but it's got pink in the middle. You can't really see. It looks white because of how pink the center is, but if you cover up the center entirely, you can see it's actually yellow that goes to pink. So right now, ugly. Eventually, it'll be beautiful. This is what I did yesterday to keep myself cool. Free foot pick for you, and then Diet Coke and a dog. So this one is Alistair's chair, so he can hang out. And you can see the pool is 6 inches full. It got so much fuller. Look, I was having so much fun. I'm wearing pants, by the way. I'm wearing shorts. And when it's 35 degrees, if you put your feet in cold water, you're pretty much totally fine after that. Also, as I just sit here quietly talking to myself this morning, I hope that you guys are having a good morning. And if you are not having a good morning, I'm glad you're hanging out here, even if you're just chilling and watching. And here's a reason that you should feel happy. Look at this. This is my next door neighbor's backyard. Do you see it? Do you see how it's just literally nothing? There's literally nothing there. So I took that picture because in the morning, this is what my backyard looked like. I woke up and I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Look at my beautiful backyard. And then I looked over and I was like, oh, beautiful, less beautiful. Anyway, I'm obsessed with my garden now. So now you get to be obsessed with it also. Thank you. Look at this. Again, empty, full, empty, full. Okay, here's another that is going to be an Aurora. Hold on. Okay, so that means all 3 of my Auroras are accounted for. So that means that purpley pink one cannot be an Aurora, because I have 3 different Auroras accounted for, and I got 3 of each color from the lady I bought them from. Here's that other one that is supposed to be something, but this is just a tiny pink zinnia. It's pretty, but I didn't plant anything like this. You know what? I have a list of everything I planted. So let's just triple, double, triple check in the garden list to see if it's written there. Cinderella lilac. I wrote Cinderella lilac, but I don't think I had Cinderella lilac seeds. I think I only... Oh! I have summer pinwheels. Okay, let's see what summer pinwheels looks like. Excuse me. Zinnia summer pin... Excuse me, you. Oops. Heels. Oh, that went so well. Okay, summer pinwheels, images. Let me see what you guys look like as babies. Show me more pinwheels. Okay, so mesmerizing. Okay, I want to see more summer pinwheels. I need to see more flowers. Okay, zinnia pinwheels. Thank you, Renee's Garden Seeds, for just being a good person and always having my back. Okay, let's see. So that's quite red in the middle. But you know, that's kind of the right kind of purple. It's not the right other stuff, but that doesn't mean anything yet, because the first flowers that come off of a plant are never the perfect flower, at least in my experience. I need to see more. Pinwheel zinnias. Let's see what other things. I want to see like flowers that I can look at a bunch. How about... Okay, we want summer pinwheel zinnia. Sure. Do you have any? Because the pictures they take would only be of the best ones. I understand that, but I need you to show me your whole summer pinwheels plant. Okay. That looks good. That's helpful. Like, not the most helpful, but like, you know, it helps a bit. Okay, here's another. Pinwheels. Okay, so good. This is good. Because look at the color of the flower under the pinwheel. Oops. Like... This flower, you can't see what I'm seeing, but in the back, there's a flower that looks like almost the color that mine is. Like, look at these. Where the pink part is, it could be that color. So there's a chance, is what I'm saying, is that this one could be a summer pinwheels. It doesn't look like one, but that's, you know. Oh, here's the other Aurora. Look at her. She's beautiful. Don't see any poison ivy over there. That's because they sent a person. Okay, so our next door neighbor stopped paying their bills and then left the country. And the house has been empty for a year and a half since they left the country. The bank now has the home and is trying to fix it up so that they can sell it. But this entire fence was poison ivy. You can still see poison ivy. All that is still poison ivy. Anyway, they sent a teenager here 2 different times to rip it out. And the first time he did some, and then I said, please don't do this. It's poison ivy. And the second time he did it. And whatever, man. There's still poison ivy all through their yard, but it doesn't matter because it's growing underneath this like MacGyver deck. Okay, next we have another zinnia that is likely an aurora because it's yellow and white, but the white is just pink that hasn't had sun yet. There's that poppy again. Oh, that's a different poppy. That's a purple one. Gorgeous. Over here is more zinnias. I just wanted you to see this is the zinnia bed, and it has like 12, I think, zinnia plants in it, maybe between 9 and 12 zinnia plants. And there are some very good colors coming up in here now, and I'm very excited to actually see them all bloom. This one is going to be a Queenie Lime Red, and that one is going to be a Sanguinea. Beautiful. Here's what it looks like before I wipe my lens when I take a photo, and this will look like after I wipe my lens. Sunscreen, no sunscreen. Also, look at this. Isn't that pretty? In its own way. It's pretty in its own way. Look, there's one that is going to be an aurora, I hope. Okay, we're almost through. We're almost through. Just a couple more. This one, look how pretty. Very cute. And this one, look how pretty. Very cute. And this one more poppy. Isn't that a cutie? So floofy. So fun. The end. Thank you for coming to my plant TED Talk. Now you have seen all of the plants. Okay, let's see. In the garden right now, we have a huge amount of flowers, but I'm able to see now what has and what has not been doing well. We can like cross things off that died, for example. The lemon basil did great. Celosia, coxcomb. The Lavaterra, I got 0 Lavaterra. Julia has 1 that's doing okay. I have 0 that succeeded, so I'm going to consider those failures for this year. How should I do that? Maybe I'll do an X through it with a black pen. I still need to be able to read it for if I want to grow them again. Okay, we have gotten Celosia spicata salmon, flamingo, coxcomb. All of those have come up. Cypress vine. Oh, we have a cypress vine, which is very exciting. Nasturtium, day and night, Bloody Mary, creamsicle, cherry rose, and baby rose have all come up. I don't know the difference between cherry rose and baby rose yet. I'm sure that the baby rose is smaller, but I don't know. The salvia, both salvias did great. Scabiosa, I had no luck with. Scabiosa, all failures. Salvia blue, I had 0 luck with. And let's see, what else? Strawberry blonde. Oh, I actually do have a strawberry blonde. Golden double. I don't have any golden. Oh, yes, I do. Golden red bicolor. Yes. Lobelia, straw flowers. I'm surprised that the rainbow popcorn did so well. Honestly, I feel pretty good about it. You know, I feel like who grown, so how would I know if I'm even good at growing it? But throwed threw the seeds in the spring, and bada boom, bada bing. Nemophilia, I think I have 0, so that did not survive, unfortunately. Firecracker vine, I don't see any right now, which is disappointing. I'm hopeful that it's just hiding somewhere. Cleome, I have 1 cleome, we'll have to see. Pink petunias, didn't work. Cosmos, we have Picotee, Apricota, Double Click. We don't have Rubenza. And Calendula has gone great. Blush Ruffles, Happy Rolf's Salmon, Polar Bear Golden, the Dahlia died, Frank Holmes Pom Pom, Gladiolus Clarkia Mountain Garland died. 0 survivors this year. Lemon Basil did great. I guess that's it. Cool. Well, we had good luck so far. So far, it's looking like we're doing okay in the garden. I was saying to myself last night, oh, it's already halfway done. But like the first half is so quiet. It's the second half that's very exciting with gardens. I don't know why. I literally just peed 5 minutes ago, but I have to pee. So I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the music up for you. Talk amongst yourselves. Don't go anywhere. Grab your craft and we can start working on it when I get back, okay? Returned. Good morning. Beelzebub, were you screaming when I left? Yeah? Were you screaming? Come here. Come on. You want some toast? Come on. Come on. Let's go. How about for a banana? Oh, we love bananas. You gotta come over here for it. Good morning, Louisa. Come on. Come on. You zipping it? Yeah, you gotta jump. You gotta show me you can fly again. You jump. Okay, I'll just put this here. And if you guys change your mind, you can just fly onto my shoulder, okay? You just come on my shoulder, and I'll give you some. Easy peasy. Good. No worries about being late. Louisa? We're gonna do hand sewing again, I think. But, Bika, you have goo in your eyes. Alex, you don't have that. Can you pass me that container, the little cylinder in front of you? Thanks. Don't spray it at them if they're not, okay. Thought you were gonna just do it anyway. We've got babies and wings. Good morning, pedigree. I don't know what that emoji is, but it's a baby's face, so okay. Welcome, and to everybody on Twitch, welcome and good morning. I'm just gonna clean my cat's eye. I'm very grossed out by eye boogers, so I wouldn't do it with my finger. My friend, with her cat, she'll just do it. I know, I'm sorry, honey. She'll just grab it with her finger. I know it's cold. Why did that happen? Why? There you go. But I hate eye boogers, and I hate nose boogers, because those are both gross. There you go. Now you got clean eyeballs. What's that about? I never see you have eye boogers. Lazy. Forgot to clean your face. This girl, man. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to have to do on this piece is I need to create a running stitch along both pieces here so that they're stuck together nicely the way that I actually want them to be, because they aren't doing that right now. That's okay. We're going to make that happen. I'm gonna use some thread, and if I can find a sewing needle, we'll also use a sewing needle. Beelzebub, you just have to jump onto my shoulder, sweetie. You can have everything that you want. No, I just have to take this back. Sorry, Peekaboo. There's sewing needles on here. You don't want those. We were meant to live for so much more. You have to jump if you want some. You can fly over. You have wings. I know, we haven't done practicing in a while, so you probably forget how to do it. You used to have great balance. You could do it. Just jump right on my shoulder, girlfriend. Come here. Yeah, come on. Just dropped a bunch of pins on the floor. And where is my sewing needle? There it is. Come here, Beelzebub. Just come over. You're fine. You're not in any danger, honey. Okay, so for the hand sewing, I'm going to be doing first a double strand, and that's going to be for my running stitch. And the running stitch again is just to give us a guideline. But before I do it with stitches, I'm going to do it with a pen. So that I can have an even better idea of where it is all gonna need to be. Also, this has all been ironed. So that's good. Line up those seams. Okay. Line up those seams. Go. This will do. Just need a straight edge. I'm having overloaded pork mixed grilled plate. That is a tasty sounding treat. And let me know how that is, and if you've brought enough for the whole class, Louisa, because you can't just come in here telling us you've got delicious food and then keeping it to yourself. Like, what the heck, woman? Okay, so that's not a very large amount of space, so that's fine. We're gonna just we're gonna just be cool, everybody, because this is going to be folded. Maybe too early for you, but it is 16:17 already. Yummy. Yes, it's totally appropriate for that time. It's a little early for me for a full plate of pork. So what's on your pork plate? What's a mixed grilled pork? What are you having? What are our flavors? Oh, I forgot to tell you. I started telling you and then my ADD got in the way and then I stopped telling you. So yesterday, for the first time ever, I cooked chicken on the barbecue. I know that everyone else in the world knows that you can cook everything on the barbecue, but like for me, a barbecue is for hamburgers and hot dogs and chicken burgers and corn. But I didn't have those things when I invited my sister and her family over. So then when I looked in my freezer, what did I have? A whole heck of a lot of chicken. So I took that chicken and I thawed it and then I seasoned it. Why is this not looking right now for me? Hold on. And then I barbecued it, and guess what? It was freaking delicious. I did honey mustard and, well, no, I did honey, mustard, black pepper, taco seasoning, and garam masala. I think garam masala. It was something masala. It's the brown one. I don't think it's the red one. It's a masala. At least that's the spices labeled. I think it's garam masala. But anyway, I just added all that into a Ziploc baggie with some olive oil. And then I added all of the chicken breasts into the same baggie and let them all sit together and get to know each other. And then I barbecued them, and they were so freaking good. Sausages, meatloaf, pork knuckle, and something else. Oh my God. No grilled pineapple. We love doing that. Spear one up, toss it in cinnamon and brown sugar, and grill. So good. Basically dessert on a barbecue. I haven't done it yet, Candace, but it is still on my list of things to do. So it will happen eventually. Okay, I've drawn my dotted line. Now I need to get pins to make sure everything is pinned in place for while I'm doing my running stitch. It's like I'm doing every single part of this thing amazingly. Oh wait, I don't need these pinned together because this doesn't need to be involved anymore right now. Popular. Popular. Okay, so I think I need to open this seam at the back. I think that was probably not my best choice of seam to close up. Should have left that part open, but that's okay. We're gonna fix everything that I've done. All the mistakes. Because the next step is gonna be sewing this to this, but just the outer fabric. Brown masala. Okay, cool. Garam. Okay, cool. Garam masala. Anyway, it was delicious. My chicken was so good. No one said that it tasted like Indian food or like tacos. And I was like, taco seasoning and Indian food seasoning doesn't necessarily make everything taste like tacos and Indian food. Even if you think it might, it probably won't, so it's worth trying. I love garam masala, and I love garlic, and I love taco seasoning, and they work with almost every meat. I don't know why my brain is thinking it's a different type of masala. I have to go check. I don't think it's garam masala. Because I know that one is in a different container, but I have to know now. Oh, that one. Sorry, yesterday I didn't use garam masala, I used tandoori masala. So it's the red one I used, not the brown one. Tandoori masala, my mistake. Please forgive me. We were meant to live We were meant to live. Okay, so try not to cut the fabric again, just the thread this time. Cutting my own hand stitching is sinful. Okay, there we go. Got it. Now we can keep those together. Now I have to do the same thing on the other side. What is the plan for this weekend? I think if the temperature goes down a little bit, I'm going to want to go fishing. If the temperature does not go down, I might have to wait until like nighttime to want to go fishing. But we shall see based on the temperature. Okay, so if that's our straight line, that should also be our straight line on this side because they need to line up, or else it will all be for nothing and everyone will be like, oh, what an ugly dress. I never want to see it again. That's what they'll say if I don't get it right. Do you like my measuring sticks? I just use whatever I have that is a straight edge. And I think that is probably the best way. Okay, there we go. That is significantly different, isn't it? Hold on. You straighten up, please. Thank you. You can go here and here. And you guys will straighten out. Okay, cool. So that's a little bit short for a bodice, but we're gonna just make it happen, all right? Where'd my little pen go? There you are. Maybe I could use a different color for this part so that I could see it. I don't have a white pen though, so great. Do I have a marker? Maybe a marker would work better for me. We were meant to live so much more. Nope. Nothing that will work for this. Cool. Let's just see if the black shows up. Okay, it shows up a bit. It shows up better than nothing. It'll just take me a second to color it all out, that's all. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just choke on my spit. Hey there, Karastu. Good morning. Okay, so if that's our straight line, which is like a B plus for straight lines as far as I'm concerned, the next thing is to match up my seams, my side seams, with one another. So if that's, we need this to be even, you and you, and then we'll split you halfway until we get to the other side seam. Okay, so here's my two side seams. I'm going to right sides together, match my side seams, decide who's front and who's back. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, because they are the same. But these little side seams I'm going to line up and pin in place, right sides together. I am going to try to do that. Okay, pin, please, and thank you. And I'm not going to worry about the back yet. We're gonna just do the front first, and then we can think about the back after. Because the gathering stitches, I would like them to sit a specific way. There. Good, and then the other side, I'm gonna pin as well. Still right on the seam. I'm not taking out my gathers yet, like my gathering threads. I'm leaving them in. And we're gonna have to renegotiate all my gathers after this. Anyway. Congratulations. I'm moving. Oh, that's exciting. I hope that's exciting for you. I hate moving. I love moving, but I hate moving. You know what I'm saying? I like having a new home. I hate getting to the new home. Okay, there. I've pinned the 2 side seams on. And now I'm going to take all of the little gathers on the skirt here, and I'm going to try and sort of make them sit evenly across this front piece of fabric. I feel like, I'm sorry you can't see very well what I'm doing, just believe me, okay? I'll tilt me down a little so you can see the table more. Okay, and then I'm going to start pinning in place that way. So to do that, what am I gonna do? I think we'll put you inside out and the bodice can go into it. And that way we can see what we're working with without accidentally sewing something else. So the edges are sewn here, the 2 side seams. Now I can stretch that to be flattened. Okay, get you 2 nice and even. Both sides, beauty. Now I could take the center. Probably should have marked the center of both. That would have been smart. Honestly, that should still be what I do. I'm gonna take these pins out and try this again, but first marking the center, because I really want it to be centered. It would be so sad if I made this whole dress and then it's like lopsided. Okay, there and there are my sides. So, where is my center? Wait, let's get all you gathers out of the way first. We don't need you for this part. Please hold. There. All right, so this is the center front. Let's try that again. Put a pin in it, Laura, so that it's marked. Center front marked. Now center front on the bodice. Same thing. Could have notched these things in advance, but I didn't, so here we are. Okay, there's the middle. So now I can put my bodice piece there, and I could put my skirt piece here, and then I can line them up, and I will be golden. Okay, you. Here, and you here. We'll make a beautiful team, thank you. And then you can come around and match up with the side seam. Laura, are you on? You are. You're literally so dumb sometimes. Okay. We're doing wrong sides together, so let's try it again, but with wrong sides together. Let's do our best here. We're always trying our best, you know? Oh. Ow! I just stabbed my finger. Okay. Whew. One more time. Good thing. I am going to start Dutch lessons in a Spanish academy. Okay. That is good, because if it's a Spanish academy, then you will be able to learn more easily, question mark, but also you're going to learn Dutch, which is cool. That's exciting. Who doesn't want to know how to speak Dutch? I'm joking. That's not very nice, is it? It's not very nice. Some people want to learn Dutch. If you're living in the Netherlands, for example, you need Dutch. Okay, that's going to have to go on this side. Sorry. There. I want to be able to interact with Ada's teachers directly. Totally. Yeah. Especially as she gets older. What if she becomes a sneaky lady and then starts being like, they said I did really good, Mom. Don't worry about it. Just sign here. Don't worry about it. You don't have to read it. They said you just need a signature. Okay, honey. I trust you. Kids these days. I oughta. Okay, there we go. So that's good. And now that's the whole back. And where's the other front side seam? There you are. Yes, there you are. Right? It doesn't really matter what the string does, because this is the front seam. So it's the only place that this can go. Because due to science reasons, right? Right. Don't worry, I'll figure it out, and then I'll let you guys know the answers to everything. Yeah, that's the idea. Well, good, but also stressful. Learning a language is hard, but good for you for deciding to learn a language. But also, ugh. Okay, hold on. If this is the whole circumference of the skirt, let's just stretch her out a bit. Everybody can just chill while we get all these ruffly bits negotiated out to where I want them before we stitch in place, which is going to be so easy. Stitching this together, we're going to have so much fun because of how easy it's going to go. Right, guys? It's going to be so easy. We're going to be like, wow, I can't believe it was so easy. That's what we're going to say after we do it. And if that's not what we say, then I'm going to be like a really irritated lady. It's already difficult. I'm having a hard time, just in case you were wondering. I am already finding this difficult. Okay. Pleats, ruffles, whatever, gathers have been negotiated. I am literally like a rescue police officer with my negotiation tactic here. Okay. Good. And then once we've got that in place, I'm going to take the pins and I'm going to pin the ever-loving garbage fire out of this so that there is no escape and that the ruffles will stay even across the front, because if they are not even, I will be handing out punishments. And you can go from here to here. Okay, I swear I'm not gonna have a good time if you guys don't behave. Your job is just to be a seam. You don't have to do anything else. There's nothing else complicated for you here. Just be the seam. You are the seam. Be the seam. Welcome, Dreamnut, back to the chat. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome back to the chat. It's nice to see you where you've been at. Okay, that's pinned. Ow! I just stabbed my finger again. I need a tiny baby to just put this on so that I can test where the stuff has to sit. Jeez. I tried it on Elizabeth yesterday because they were over, like I had already mentioned, and it fits. So that's like the most important thing, is that the dress fits. She will be able to put it on. I don't know for how many weeks it'll fit, but you know, that's none of my beeswax. Right now, what my business is that it fits right now. And that's when we're gonna be putting it on her. Also, Julia thought it was very cute. And she was right, it is very cute. Okay. How many pins do you think I really need to get this safely pinned up? 100? 1,000? If it's not evenly pleated though, I'll literally like riot. So it needs to be even. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it needs to be even. I'm very particular about that in all things. Perfect? No. Even? Absolutely. From you to you, if you could just scooch around, flatten yourselves up, ruffle yourselves out. It's not so hard. Okay, there we go. Are you guys all on that line? Not quite. You need to be a little higher up. I honestly need to line you up to a specific line, and you're not helping. So I don't know exactly the best way to do this. Okay, let's try again. If this is our middle, that's our line. Okay, this is our line now. So that means you have to go up higher. There. There. Okay, good. And now you are a nice even pleat, so where will you go? And you will go here, but on the line. There and there. Come back through here and boom, got it. Pins in place, at least on the front side. I just check to make sure all of my gorgeous little pleat zones look perfect. Again, not pleats, Laura, these are gathers. But you know, pleats and gathers, it's like, to me, how different are those two things, really, you know? Probably pretty different, but like, I'm not a doctor, as you all know about me. My specialty is not medical practice. I am a scientist, though. Hey Candace, what do you think about meeting up this weekend for a couple of reasons? Reason number one, I would like to meet your puppy. Reason number two, I still have your pillow. And reason number three, I don't have a third reason. Oh, to say hi. I don't need a reason. I can just feel like it. No, but I do want to bring your pillow back. Alex has been saying it to me every single weekend, like, hey, when are we doing that? And I'm like, maybe I just want to keep Candace's pillow now, Alex. And he says, do you? And I say, no. He says, okay, then when do you want to bring it back to her? And then it just tapers off into oblivion. So apologies that I have been hoarding your pillow for months like a dragon. You were like, this is my favorite pillow, and I was like, cool, now it's my favorite pillow. I promise I've never used it. It's still in the same bag that it came out of the hospital into. Sorry. Ow, friggin'. I just put a pin right into my finger in a way that felt really not good. There. Okay. That feels respectable as far as the evenness of the pleats is concerned. Doesn't that look like a good ruffle? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a running stitch. Where did the thread and needle go? Peekaboo, you may be, oh, you are indeed. sitting on a needle and thread. So with the needle and thread, I'm going to do like a tight running stitch. Not a tight running stitch, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not tight. I want to do a running stitch that's very small, a small running stitch. And I think I want to do it along this side. Oh, I lost a pin here. It's all right. We'll sort you right out. Don't worry about it, honey. So we want you to go here. And then where are you, little seam? There. And then you can come up here. And you can come up here. No prob, Bob. Good, good. And now you straighten yourself out. Don't be impolite. Nope, you're not going to go there. That won't work. We want you to go right there. There. Okay. Okay. These all feel like they're in an okay location, but we will check as we go. Needle and thread again. Okay, so I'm gonna do, like I said, a running stitch, which is just like up, down, up, down. And I'm gonna start at these 2 side seams. Okay. This, I'm not tying it to actually secure it. I'm just tying it to hold my thread in place. This is not actually an anchoring knot or anything, just to keep the thread from disappearing on me. Okay. First couple stitches are just to get myself going. Then I'll do 1 back stitch and come back up through the work, and that is going to be my anchor, and now I'll be able to do my running stitch without worrying about all of this pulling out. So I'm going to try and follow the orange thread on one side, and then on the other side I'm going to follow the line I drew. I just have to try to keep it all nice and even while we do that. If this was a perfect world, I would have taken my sewing machine and sewn over my gathers. But it's not a perfect world, and I didn't do that. But at least we know what we're trying to line up, so I can feel it with my fingers. I'm gonna go down through the fabric, under the orange, over, down, under, over. Just like that, until we get all the way across to the other side, and then we can do our split back stitch for the exact same job, but that will be secure at that point, so we won't have to worry as much. Again, I'm trying to stay really close to this orange thread because I know that is like the top line of my skirt. And then the top line of the bodice I drew already, so I don't have to follow any threads. And then make sure it doesn't get too bunched up anywhere that it shouldn't. Are you guys gonna go see the movie The Odyssey? Have you thought about it? I just keep seeing stuff on my like For You page where it's like, this actor looked great at the premiere for Odyssey, and I didn't realize how many actors are in it. It's got like all of the stars are here, you know? Zendaya, Tom Holland, that other guy, that other guy, Matt Damon. Okay, we'll just pull you snug, but not too tight. Good. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay. And then, no, we're not pulling you tighter or looser. We're just going to keep running forward here. Up and a down, and a up, and a down. Cool. Sorry you can't see what I'm doing. Just believe me that I'm totally making the coolest skirt with the cutest little gathers that hopefully will not ever become ungathered. I have no idea because I usually would make this with a sewing machine and I'm doing it by hand, so I don't have the same level of skill, accuracy, self-belief, you know, whatever you want to call it. Hope. I don't have the same amount of hope that it's going to turn out perfect. I feel like whenever I sew something with a machine, I'm like, it's going to be absolutely perfect. There will be no flaws, no notes. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot. I'm actually not an expert sewist at all. Ow. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Almost there. At least we're almost across the first part, right? You go here, and then you come up right there, right? Where's my line? Where's my line? I lost my line. My eyes! Ooh, I was way off. Hold on. Nobody panic. Got it. Anyway, I want to go fishing this weekend. I think that's on my list. I don't know where I'll go. Probably the same spots because I like all the same spots, and Alex loves not making changes to his routines. So if he knows I like a spot, he's like, good, that's the fishing spot now then forever. I'm like, you can go to lots of different places. Why would we do that? We literally have a place. Yes, but there's other fish. There's other experiences. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but I do know there are in fact lots of places to fish. Okay, if you could just stay where you're supposed to, that'd be great. Thank you. Okay, so I think we're pretty much at the other side now, which means we're gonna be able to turn around and do split back stitches, which is awesome. I think I might just do back stitches, not split back stitches, but that doesn't really, it's not super important between the two right now. Okay, you have to be up higher now. So we go in through here and then out through there. Good. Beauty, beauty. Stretch you guys back this way a little. Okay. Gorgeous. Okay. Well, now that that part's done, at least we're good here. So now we can stretch this out so that the orange thread is balanced between the two seams. Good. And now I can pull out all these pins and then I'll go back with my running stitch. I'm going to switch it now to a back stitch and I'm going to go over everything that I just did. Where are you from? Where are you? Who is holding you in place? What in the world? Oh, there you are. Anyway, now that those stitches are in place, I can just go back over everything with a little bit of a slower, more intentional stitch. Honestly though, I think I want to do it from the other side because then I can follow my line a little bit nicer. And this side is going to be where the front seam is, so better to have this look nice and clean than the gathering area, I think. Honestly, I think I'm going to just do another line of running stitches now that the first set is like tacked. And that way everything will just be really nice and steady and secure. Anyway, Anyway, I haven't decided if I want to like see that movie in theaters, but I do feel like the marketing is working on me. So I'm pretty sure I will eventually see it. I just don't know. One more hi. Hey there, Dreamknot. Nice to see you here. Welcome to the stream again. Cool, cool, cool. Looks so good. Cool. Got it. Already 11 o'clock. Where does the time go these days? Am I right? That summer feeling. Did I go through a stitch by accident? Is that why it's catching? What are you catching on here? Oh. Just a little knot of your own making, I see. Very good, very good. Onward, men. By the way, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I'm sitting here hand sewing for 3 hours. I think that's worth a like, don't you? And if you don't, that's okay, but like go away then, because what are you doing here? Look how hard I'm working right now. It feels like hard work. Now the chat is silent. Of course, that's how it goes. Although I'm gonna be honest, we have had a bit of a quiet chat for the last like month. And I'm hoping in my heart that it's not that my channel has been forgotten because I wasn't posting. And I'm hoping it's just the summertime sadness has taken everyone from us for a little while. That's what I'm hoping. But it is quiet in here right now. It's okay. It's allowed to be quiet. Doesn't hurt us. We can survive. We'll be okay. Right. First half is now done, I believe. Let's see how that seam looks from the other side. Nice and secure, hopefully. All right, I think we could do a couple more securing stitches just for our own health and safety. Okay. I'm packing for my move while I listen. That's okay. I'm still here. I'm just pooped. Yeah, I bet the temperature today is going to be absolutely poop. Poop is exactly what it's going to be. Too hot. Not correct. Not safe. It's one of those days where they put out the on the news, they're like, old people, babies, stay inside. Are you old? Are you baby? If yes to either of these questions, do not go outside today. That's what it says on my weather app anyway. Damn dog is running me old. I'm not sure I'll survive her. I understand that. I honestly, when you said I got a puppy, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then you were like, it's a pit mix. I was like, okay. I mean, to each his own, Candace, but that's crazy. With peace and love. I know that it's a sweet dog. A big dog. I'm not a big dog girly, so as a non-big dog girly, for me it feels crazy, but at the same time, I grew up with big dogs, so I understand the love of them. But after you get a Chihuahua and you deal with Chihuahua poo, you just can't do it. You can't do it. I literally, like, I see my sister's dog's poo, and her dogs are Cocker Spaniels. They're not even big. They're mean. They're mean as in medium. Sorry, I said mean, but I meant medium. They're medium. And I see their poops, and I'm like, oh, no thanks. I'm good. I'm good with my little tiny thunder-sized poops. Little Toby Goose poops. She has her own fan club in the building here, and with all the construction workers out front. Aw, they all know her by name. And I bet you she's so happy to see them. Puppies are so happy. Like, what a happy life to live. The life of a puppy. I feel like I've never seen a puppy that isn't, like, freaking out, excited to see people. Unless they're, like, actively scared. But you know what I mean? Like, a baby pit bull. I'm calling her a pit bull. I know she's not just a pit bull. She's got other stuff. But just for ease of conversation. It gives you an idea of like her size when I say that, you know? Alex loves those pocket pit bulls. Let's see, I'm neither of those, but I'm not, hold on, I'm neither of those, but I'm on some prescription meds that cause complications in warm weather and increase my risk of heat stroke. That's crazy and crappy. I hate that for you. However, that would be too many words to put on the news, I think. Like, old people, babies, people on medications that affect your ability to handle hot weather, and anybody else. Don't go outside today, it's too hot. Instead, they just say, old, question mark, baby, question mark, stay inside. Thank you. Lol, I think for you, even Pika's dumps are massive. Honestly, I don't clean those either. Those are gross. She poops in a box. That's yucky. That's a boy job. Boys should clean poop in boxes. Honestly, poop is a boy's job. Anything yucky or dirty is not my job. Unless it's like weird. Then it is my job. Like a dead animal. I'll clean that. And let's see. Moving, I agree with Laura. Too many boxes to discover and try to figure out, and then forget about them. Disturbance in my treasure box, literally. Forget about it. I am not interested in having all of my stuff be moved, but I want to move so bad. I'm mixed reviews, I guess, because I really do want to not live where I live, but I don't want to do the process of leaving. Could I just like go on vacation and come back into a new apartment? Like, there's got to be a service where you can do that. Like people who have to move for work, you know? Are they always packing and moving all their stuff? Probably not. Not if you have to do it fairly often. I bet you the military families have some kind of plan for that. Real movers who are gonna... I don't want them to look at my stuff though. Can they like be blind movers? That won't work either. Okay, I finished sewing on the front of the skirt so that now when I turn it right side out, the dress will look like a dress. Look, da 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 da. Look, the front of the dress is finished. Dee, 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 dee. Look at how freaking cute it is. Dee, 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 dee. What a cute little dress. It's a cute little dress. And then after we finish sewing on the front of the back of the skirt, we'll be able to fold the lining over and then stitch it down over top so that there's no raw edge on the back. Your flowers are so pretty. Thank you. I grew them all myself. Look, winged. These are all poppies from today. And then these are all poppies from yesterday. And then the ones back there are poppies from the day before. So that's 3 days. I can't wait to see her in it. I know it's going to be so freaking cute. But first, we have stuff to do. We're not finished yet. Okay, so that was gathering stitches to hold that together, right? Good. The front is held with gathers. I think the back should be with elastic so that it's like stretchy. Thank you, Laura. But how? Look at this kitty. Oh, it's elastic for you. Oh, it's good. It's good. Good toy. Oh, she's so happy. This is my happy girl. She's so playful. Okay. Hi. You have eye goo in your eye again. Do you have something wrong with your eye? This is 2 eye goos in one morning? Disgusting. Or are you just lazy and not cleaning your face? girl. It's okay. It's water. It's just water. Don't move. Girl. There. Oh, good. Is it better? Did you just have something in your eyeball? There. Thank you. Good girl. Can't wait to see her in it. Me too. Okay. We do have to do the back. I'm really not looking forward to doing the back. Can you tell? But how will we do it? I am a little concerned that it's not going to fit. I think that's what my problem is that I'm a little bit concerned that we are going to have issues with fit. So if I were to, hear me out, cut a piece of elastic, the length that the back is supposed to be, and then stitch it just in a few spots. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe I sew it with the gathers over an elastic on a zigzag stitch. And then when I pull out the gathering stitch, the zigzag stitch will allow it. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so it's a little bit stressful, this part now, but it was always going to be. So I will just manage and we'll be okay. So first things first, I'm going to put the gathers in a place that I think they look nice. But I am going to try and leave a little bit of flat space in the middle because we're going to have to cut the middle, I think, possibly. We might have to. Okay, so that's essentially the size I want it to be. So if the front is, okay, I basically need the stretched part to equal 10 inches. So if that's supposed to be 10 inches from here to here, yeah, that'll be the unstretched length, will be 10 inches. But we should make it a little longer for seam allowance. So we'll just add a little bit to one side. Now she's a bit longer, great, cool, works for me. So far, so good. We're all on the same page. Then the next step will be what? Which side do I want the elastic sewn onto? The inside edge. If it's sewn on the outside edge, and then we sew this on top, and it'll be like that. And this will face up. If I do it on that side, yeah, then this will be like this. And then it'll flip, and that'll flip up. Okay. And then the elastic will fold over the other way, right? Okay, I feel, okay, I think I know what I have to do. You guys just don't worry about me. I will solve my own problem eventually. That's just the truth of it. Okay, I think I've solved my problem. I think. Okay. So the middle, I need to mark. That'll be my center back. Good. Then I need to find my center back again. How many times am I gonna freaking do the same thing? How many times am I gonna freaking do the same thing? that's our center front, and that's our center front. Pin you two together. Like that. Yes, because you're gonna fold up. Sorry, I just have to think my way through. I gave the task to hubby while pregnant, cat litter box, and never took it back, which is the right thing. That's the right thing to do. I believe the litter box is a man's job. It always has been, and it always should be. It always has been in my house, that's what it is. Okay, and then we know the side seam is our other end, plus a little bit for the seam allowance to sew it down. So then we can put a pin there. And we're gonna put it right there. And then same thing with the other side. This is going great. It's going great. It's going exactly as planned. We want this exactly how it is going. Thank you very much. Also, nope, lost it. Oh my god, it's fantastic. Do you think so? Do you think so? Fantastic. I hope so. Okay, and then we'll just negotiate our little gathers here so that they are evenly spaced on this side of this thingamabob here. Mom is on the way. Have to head out. Sounds good. Have a good rest of your day. Do not work too hard. Hopefully everything goes well today and everyone has good luck. That's what I would like for all of you. Good luck today, please. To all subscribers of the Last Minute Laura channel. Thank you, Gaia, or whoever's in charge up there. Or down there. I don't know. Maybe our heaven is actually an underground earth. You know, like people are like, oh, I don't want to go to hell, but actually hell is like down, right? And actually it's not hell, it's actually just underground heaven. Could be, who knows? What am I, doctor? Not in this lifetime. Okay, almost got it all pinned to where we need it to be. Looking so cute. This drawstring, not drawstring, whatever this thing is called, this elastic, friggin' gathering stitch, Jesus, Laura. My words are hard sometimes to come to me and then it makes me angry. My gathering stitch was gathered to the perfect length. So, in case you were wondering, turns out I'm an excellent gatherer. Not like a hunter and gatherer. I am also an excellent hunter and gatherer, but as far as gathering stitches, I'm also good at that. The reason I want to do this in elastic is because I think the front bodice is like just fitted, like literally like it fits within an inch of, and by an inch I mean a centimeter because babies are small. An inch would be a huge amount of give. It does not have an inch of give. It has centimeters of give. So I think the elastic will save us disappointment. Unfortunately, I'm not filming this part as a tutorial, so this is not going to be in the tutorial. I'll mention it though in instructions, and then I'll say if you want to see how I did it, go on to my live streams where we get together every Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. till 12 Eastern time, that is, and we make stuff together. And this week we've been making this freaking adorable dress. Can we also talk about how organized I am getting a project done? I would say couldn't be me, but it literally is me, so I can say it. Here is, let's make sure we've put the elastic on where we like it. Good, and now everything will stretch when we take the gathering stitch out, which is great. So that's what the gathering stitch looks like at this moment. Are they even? Like, it's for a child, Laura. It doesn't matter that much, but like, you know, it also does. It's as even as it's gonna get. So we're gonna go ahead and do it now. I'm going to find my sewing needle that I put down in a really intelligent place when I was finished with it. I just cut the thread and then I put the sewing needle in the best spot for it. What spot was that, you say, Laura? Which spot did you decide to put that sharp sewing needle in? I'd love to tell you all about it. About where the sewing needle ended up. But unfortunately it was stolen by the fairies, and now they've taken it to their fairyland to sew their fairy garments. What do you want me to do? Steal it from a bunch of fairies? No, I'll just get myself another one. Don't worry, I have lots. Hi, I'm off work today. How are we? I am doing great. I'm finally almost done this this dress. So this next part that I'm doing is going to be a zigzag stitch, which is stressful for me because it's another not easy straight stitch. It's just a zigzag, Laura. It's not going to be that difficult. But even as it is just a zigzag, I need it to be strong. So I haven't really figured out exactly how we're going to do that yet. At all. So I'm sure it'll be great. I'm not sure. We're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine. I'm getting myself more thread than I need so that I can do way more stitches than I need, because even though I have to do a zigzag, it has to also be the stitch that holds our skirt in place, which is not my ideal scenario. I would prefer if I had a structured stitch here, but I don't. So we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna be cool about it. And if that is our middle line that we're following, so be it. I think I have to work on the elastic side though, because that's where I can see the center of the elastic, and that's what I want to be working with, is the center of the elastic. So I'm gonna zigzag stitch. How tall are these zigzags gonna be? I don't think they're gonna be too tall. I think they'll have to be basically between maybe the two bottom ones, or between, yeah, the two bottom bars I think will be our best bet. So we'll start at that seam. I'll just put one stitch down and up and then tie a knot. Pika looking extra cute and sweet today. Yeah, she's a sweet girl. Her eyes are gooey. This eye is dripping again. I just wiped it. I've never had to wipe Peekaboo's eyes ever in the whole time we've had her. And this is the third wipe this morning. Are you okay, honey? What's up with your eyeball? Did you get something in your eye? You close your eye. Hold on, I'm gonna grab your scruff, but don't panic. I just wanna wipe the goop out of your eye. Yeah, that doesn't look comfortable, baby. Does your eye hurt? Hmm? There, I'm so sorry, honey. Yeah, I'm sorry. All done. All done. Don't be mad, I'm sorry, baby. Is your eye sore? I've never heard of it. I've never had her have any eye goo ever. She's like not an eye goo girly. Can I see? How does the eye itself look? Do you have red eyes or anything? Okay, nothing in your eye. No redness, no wound. How compared to the other one? Okay. Maybe a little bit pinker. I'm sorry, honey. She's like, could you stop grabbing my face? Sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, she's never had that before, ever, and this is the third time I've wiped her eye today. Like, I never have to wipe her eyes ever. It's just never happened. So, that's the only symptom. No sneezing, no other stuff, no access to any other cats or animals. Why is my cat's eye gooey? It's not gooey though, it's got a booger. A few dried boogers after a nap are normal. However, excessive sticky or colored discharge are underlying issues like a respiratory infection. Let's see if I can see what some of the other discharge options are. See what discharge fits. Let's see, cat eye discharge. Let me look at my paper towel, see what color these are. I would call it beige. Let's see what Yield Internet has for us. White or transparent. A cat's normal eye discharge should be white or transparent. Black, it'll turn black if it doesn't get cleaned in time. Yellow-green is an eye infection. Okay, well, it's, to me, I would call it beige. I wouldn't call it green or yellow, but I wouldn't call it white. It has a, maybe it would call white, I don't know. Let me see if I can find a picture of equally dischargey discharge. Oh, here we go. White, clear. Yellow can be a cold. Green is infected. It's definitely not green, and it's not black. Is your eye red? Is it itchy or upset? Do you have any sneezing or cough, cold symptoms? How's your throat feel? Where your glands are. I always feel the vet do that. I'm so sorry, honey. I didn't mean for you to be upset with me. Now my cat's mad at me. Oh well, I'm sure she'll be okay. Hi everybody, by the way. Here, Pika, you can have this as a apology. Some apology bread, or would you like an apology dog food kibble? Because Toby left a couple on the floor here for you. Here. A couple kibbles for the kibbler. Okay, now I can tie off my sewing. Always starving that cat. Acting like she's never been fed. I see a black or dark gray kitty. My cat likes to help me too. Death by Booby. Yeah, Peekaboo is definitely very helpful when it comes to... It's literally already leaking again. Baby, do we need to go to the vet? Do you have an eye infection? How would that happen, honey? You okay? I need to go get you some eye drops. I'm gonna call the vet. I was just saying to Alex how we haven't had to spend $1 billion on the vet this year. It's because all of our old animals have died. I had a cat named Peekaboo. Aw. Peekaboo is named after another cat that was actually a gray cat. That other cat was also named Peekaboo. But our Peekaboo is a superior Peekaboo to any other Peekaboo that there has been or ever will be. No offense. I'm sure your Peekaboo was lovely. Unless your Peekaboo was a boy cat and he was a street cat that lived outside, and then maybe I know you. She'll be okay. Yeah, she doesn't have any other stuff. She ate her breakfast no problem today. She's drinking, she's pooping, she's peeing, she's grooming, she's cuddly, she's purring. She's just never had anything come out of her eye ever before. But she also doesn't interact with other animals, so I don't know what could have happened to her. Like, what could she have caught? Or could it just be pink eye, like an infection? Were you eating your own poo or, like, interacting with it, Peekaboo? She wouldn't eat it. She's way too classy. Okay, so I'll do, like... I have to figure out how to secure this elastic in place and how I want to do the seam. So I'm kind of, like, delaying by just securing the elastic in place first. Maybe she has allergies. She's never had anything like this ever before. Look, she's rubbing her eye herself. My poor baby. Is it itchy? Well, I know what I'm doing today now. Poor girl. Are you okay? It kind of looks red now that I'm looking at it. Is your eye red? Does it hurt? Is it warm? Doesn't feel warm. I'm like over nervous for her now. Every time my animals have gotten sick, they die. So I didn't realize it until just now. I'm worried that we're going to take her to the vet and they're going to go, she has eye cancer. Why would that be what happens, Laura? That's not likely. Okay, now if I'm stitching it into place, do I want to stitch it into the ziggy-zaggy area? Probably. Right? Do I want to sew into the actual elastic? Maybe that's what I have to do. I feel like this section is thin for a reason, though. Like, that would be where I'd sew it. Chutney up! Most of our old fur babies have passed. We have a couple left. Yeah, we had Thunder. Well, if we want to go all the way back, we had Charles Herbert Mead and Eleanor. Jeez Louise, I was going to say Amelia. Shut up. My girl is fluffy and gray. She was wonderful. Yes, no, I definitely don't need... I definitely don't need the worry of my animals just getting sick and dying for no reason, but at the same time, seems to be like every single time any of my pets get sick, they get so sick that they die. So Peekaboo, if your eye could just be not a big deal and just could be your eye, that'd be super for me, so thank you, please, thank you. I don't know how this is supposed to keep the garment together. Because there's no stretch. I think I need closer together stitches. Also, this part is not fun either. Pulling the thread through. Eye infections, often viral, feline herpesvirus, or bacterial. She doesn't have herpes, cat herpes that is. She doesn't have access to other cats, so she has nowhere to catch it from. Obviously, there's risks associated with having a dog. That means dogs can go outside and catch stuff. Pollen, dust mites, molds, or certain foods can trigger watery eyes and sneezing. She's not sneezing, and they're not watery. There's a goo. It's gone right now because she just wiped it off, but there is a goo. It's not just that. Trauma or injury, scratches, foreign objects. Okay. Possible that she scratched her own eye somewhere. Sure. I think I need to stitch it like on every single zig and every single zag, which is gonna take literally forever, but it'll probably look really good if I do that. Blocked tear ducts leads to constant moisture and staining under the eyes. So that's not the problem we're having either. Definitely not blocked tear duct, because she doesn't have any dripping or staining or anything. Anyway, she seems to be in a good mood. This is the first I've noticed it literally this morning, so it wasn't there yesterday because she sleeps in bed with me and rubs her face all on me as we get ready for bed. So like she would definitely, I would have noticed last night if it was there last night, because I would have been grossed out by her rubbing up against me. Across this way. So it's definitely in today. I know it's disgusting, but don't clean her eye. A vet recommended me to only do it when the goo is dry. Okay, thank you. Poor baby, my baby, my baby. But thank you. I will stop cleaning it and we'll let it go for the rest of the morning and see how it looks after lunch. Depending on how Pika looks a little bit later, I might have to call the vet, baby. She's got some eye... She's not closing it, though. Like, I've seen cats with eye infections, and there's a lot of, like, doing this. She's not doing that. She seems okay. Yeah, she's probably just scratched it. Literally. She probably just scratched it. I feel like I'm acting as crazy as my friend with her cat. My friend is obsessed with her cat like it's a human, and Don't get me wrong. I love my animals, but my friend is one of those people where you're like, you spent how much on your animal? What was wrong with it? Nothing? There was nothing wrong, and you spent how much? That's my friend. The one that you're like, the one that goes to the vet really for things that don't need to go to a vet for. She knows it though. Like I tell her, I go like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go to the vet for that. That's a treat it at home issue. And she's like, I just gave a vet $4,000. And I'm like, and how's your cat? Fine. I mean, he's not fine. Her cat has kidney failure. So like her cat is technically dying, but he's not dying. He's not dying like fast. He's not dying today, you know? Will you stretch? Will you stretch? You kind of stretch. Not my favorite way, but she was pregnant once. Allegedly. Allegedly, she was pregnant once. I mean, we do feel that Peekaboo was in fact pregnant once. And by we, I mean Peekaboo's vet said if she was a wild animal cat who wasn't fixed and who was out in the world until she was 3 years old, she's definitely had kittens. And then also, look at her, she's had kittens. And I was like, thank you. Now I know. But she probably had kittens. I wish I could have seen them. I wish I could have held them, and I wish I could have gotten to know them. Instead, I got their mama. But now she's spayed, and she won't ever get pregnant again by accident or on purpose. There's no pregnancies available because she is currently sterilized. What a word. Okay, if I can't figure this out soon, I'm gonna start freaking out. No, I won't. I'm brave. Anyway, we are going to not touch Peekaboo's eye, but I am going to check on it, and I'm probably going to take a photo of it every few hours just to see how it progresses, so that if later I'm like, it looks worse, I can just look at a photo and be like, no, it doesn't. Oh, you don't have that mental illness? I'm happy for you. But if you do have that mental illness and you ever have something on your face or body or whatever, just take a picture of it. Take a picture of it, write the date and time. And that way, in the future, when you go, is this bigger than it was before? Just look at your picture. Your picture will show you. I thought she was too. She was so fat. She was so fat, but it was just worms. She just had tons of parasites, which was disgusting. Highly recommend stealing a cat from the wild. I mean, don't steal anything, but if you have to abduct an animal, a cat. Cat's the one to abduct, let me tell you. The cat distribution system offered us Peekaboo at a time when we really needed her. Who didn't think she was pregnant? Pretty much just Scrappy. The rest of us all thought she was pregnant. The rest of us knew she was pregnant. Let's be honest. We were like, she's totally pregnant. It wasn't just me. I know now that it's all over and done with. It was just me, but it wasn't. We all know, right? She's like, look at me, I'm so hurt. I need more food. Gross, though. I hate cats with worms. That's such a yucky thing to deal with. It's not yucky, you just have to give them meds, but like, ew. They poop worms, and it's gross. We don't have that problem anymore. Now, she is a spayed indoor cat who lives an amazing life and is most of the time relaxing. If you can't find her, it's because she's sleeping somewhere either hot because she wants to be hot or cold because she wants to be cold. She moves to the rooms she wants to be in. She's free. Nobody's mad at her ever. I love her so much. I wish I could be someone who has more than one cat, but I don't think I can be because it was so awful to have two cats that don't get along. Like, it didn't sit well with me. Like, I have friends who have two cats and they don't get along. And it's just like, that's part of what they just don't get along. What do you mean? Forever? So I think we might just be a one cat household because Peekaboo did not like Rohan. I mean, Rohan was difficult for Peekaboo to like. He was very forward with her. But Peekaboo did not like Rohan. And I love Bangles. Like, I love Rohan. He was so beautiful and he was so vocal. And he was so, like, he had a lot of character to him and a lot of, like, personality that was very, like, intentional. He was really a person in there, trapped inside of that cat. But Peekaboo hated him all the way till the end. So that makes me feel like we shouldn't bring another cat into our house ever, because if that happened again, like, that was hard to handle. That sucked for both of those two cats. And I thought it would, like, settle eventually, but it didn't really settle before. It settled to the point where they weren't fighting anymore, but, like, they didn't enjoy each other's time. And Peekaboo would hide most of the time because Rohan was up here. Whereas now there's no other cat, Peekaboo's on the main floor hanging out with us all the time. I think I'm doing a ladder, like a zigzag stitch. I'm hopeful that this is going to work how I want it to, but I'm a little concerned that there's a possibility that I'm not doing a very good job. But I would really like for it to feel like it's zigzagging. I think it's going to work though. I think I have the right sort of thing happening here. I'm stitching across the elastic. And then after I've done that, I am hoping it's going to just hold it all together. We're just going to believe in ourselves. I just have to keep saying that and then it'll be true, okay? We'll get it to work by just believing. I also think we are going to get this skirt sewn on completely before the end of the stream, which is amazing. I'm very pleased about that. Chuffed. I don't know exactly how we are going to make this happen. I feel like a little bit like, okay, after the elastic is on, how am I going to secure the rest? Like, how do I secure the bodice to this elastic? Because the bodice doesn't have the stretch, because it's just the right size. So I don't know exactly how we're gonna make that happen. Maybe the back and the bodice won't be connected. Like the back of the skirt and the bodice, just the front bodice will be. That might work better for us. I'm so excited to like have this video come out. I feel like it's gonna be a cool video. It's not a tutorial because I was figuring it out as I went, but like it is gonna be interesting, I think. We have 25 minutes to stitch on a skirt, and I think it's going to be enough time for us. What is it, Pika? Does it do that? Everything was lined up. Come now. Undo. Thing. Thank you so much. Now undo even more, please. Good. You know what I might have to do? I might have to get a bias tape. I might have to make some bias tape from this fabric and then cover the back and have it just not be connected to the bodice top. Have the skirt at the back not be connected so that the elastic has the opportunity to actually do elastic work. I don't know if it really makes sense for like a baby's dress necessarily, but hopefully I can find a way to attach it. I am excited to see if the zigzag elastic worked. If it didn't, I'll be like really upset, but like if it did, that'd be great. The frustrating thing is that we can't find out until later, because if I pull out the gathering stitch right now, oh wait, no, it won't leave anymore because I've stitched the zigzag in to the actual gathers. So no, it should be fine. I should be able to pull out our gathering thread after this little bit here. Oh, happy Canada Day. And also happy Canada Day, happy US Day. For you guys, what is it called? You can do it. Memorial Day? No. I just did this the other day. Come on, Laura, remember what it's called. Independence Day. Silly. Anyway, happy almost Independence Day to those of you in the US of A who are going to be doing something for that. Lighting something on fire, revealing a gender, I don't know, whatever you guys do on that day. So happy almost Independence Day to you. But we had our Canada Day on Wednesday, and it went well. It was hot as absolute balls, but it was beautiful, and Alex and I had a great day at home. It's literally too hot to go out. Okay, so I'm just into the side seam of the dress, of the skirt. I'm just stitching, like tacking down the elastic, so it is stuck to the inside of the skirt and won't disconnect ever. I think, hopefully. Hopefully it will never ever disconnect. Also, the elastic that I'm using is collected from a fabric store that was shutting down and had thrown all of its accessories outside of the building. Alex and I were walking by. This was 10 years ago. We were walking by and we saw a guy bringing huge garbage bags of trim out into the street. And I was like, are you throwing all this out? And he said, yeah, the store shut down. Feel free to go through the bags. We did. I got enough bias tape to last a lifetime, but only in the color dark brown. I got enough elastic to last a lifetime, but only in like a huge, huge roll. It was just a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun with it. Okay, so now I'm going to take out all these pins because it is now stitched together, roughly. Okay. And this should be able to show us now if it's stretched the way we were hoping. I'm going to take out the basting stitch and I'm going to just believe in myself here, as we should whenever we're making something. You just have to believe that you did it right, and probably you did, you know? And here's me trusting myself probably more than I should. Just pulling out a gathering stitch like someone who knows they put it in the right spot. Everything is stitched where I wanted it, so I don't have to worry, because everything is stitched exactly where I wanted it. Look. Running basting stitches out, and look. It has stretch. It has stretch. Okay, so now that that part's done, I'm happy about that. We are going to need to cover that up. Am I going to be able to do this? That's the real question. Like if I do this and stitch it to there, and then I do that and I stitch it to there. Hey, good job with your elastic stitches, Laura. Who is she? Just someone who knows how to sew by hand? Couldn't be me. Okay, I'm gonna try to see what it's gonna look like if I sew over the front. So the front, again, it'll flip up because the skirt is heavier, so the seam always flips up on a dress just because of the way the weight of the skirt. Then I'm gonna cut this edge down. Then I will fold my lining over top of the raw edge, fold under the seam allowance, and then I can just directly sew it right on to that line. I think I want to do that on filming though, so I don't think I'm going to do that today for you guys. I think I'm going to do that after the stream. I'm going to film my stuff. And then the other thing I wanted to figure out is for the middle of the back, because I'm going to sew. So here's the dress now. Stop it. I'm gonna die. Look at this. Are you kidding me? I need a little hanger. I need a little hanger so you can see how freaking good it is. Oh gosh, ouch. Okay, a little hanger. We still need to figure out how we're closing it up at the back. Stop it. Stop it. Ugh. Okay, so now I need to close the back. I'll just close it with a pin so that you can see. Also, just remember that this is with no pattern. Kind of important. Important bits of information for you. Okay, and then we can bring the back up. Back up. Okay. And that'll get sewn up until here. And then on the other side, same thing. Back can go up to here. And then that can go like that. Good. Look how cute it is. These will be sewn closed. So there will be a little triangle opening in the back. There will be a button up here. That's open. And then these will be sewn closed. You won't see. Actually, you know what? Let me just close them up with the pins. Would you look at this? I'm gonna die. It's so cute. No pattern. Just vibes. This is made based on vibes, you're saying? Look at this. Look at this vibes-based baby dress. Look at the front. Look at this. Look at this lined. No raw edges to be seen. Look at that. Look at that gather. Ignore the fact that I may have gone a little low on this side. We're pulling the thread out anyway, so it doesn't matter. Look how cute it is. I invented this. I'm gonna go show Alex, and he's gonna be like, that looks like a baby dress. Hey, Alex. Look at this. Look. Isn't it? I made it with no pattern. Just from my brain. I didn't even do an accurate drawing. Anyway, Alex said, are you saying you have your own pattern? No, that's not what I said. I said I made it without a pattern. I didn't say I made it with my own private pattern, sir. Okay, so pretty much the only steps that are left is finishing steps. I just have to cover my raw edges, and then I have to figure something out for the middle back. I think I'll probably put a bow here because there's going to be elastic showing right here. So I think having a bow will be a good way to cover the elastic without reducing the ability of the elastic to do its elastic duties. That's the cutest shit in the world. I Can we look at this, please? What do you mean? She's a baby, and I made her a dress. Look how cute it is. I want one. I could make one. It'd be harder because my body is shaped different than a 1-year-old, but, you know, what are you gonna do, you know? All right, I'm done with you guys in terms of sewing. I'm not done, I'm not leaving. I have to tidy up here. But on Monday, I should have a completed dress, if it's even here anymore. I'll keep it until Monday, just so I can show it to you. This is one of the trims that I have as an option. I do really like the other trim that I was hoping to use, so I still might use that other trim. It's really pretty. It's this like little tiny scalloped edge. The other thing I have that I could make the bow out of is these strips that were for the sleeves that I was originally making, thinking it was for the sleeves. I could just make like a single bow and then put that right on top right here. Hold on. Pin. Like that. Hold on. There. And then I don't have something else that'll work right now. Oh, that's not the right one. Hold on. Awesome. Thank you. Hold on. I stab my fingers every time I sew. Okay, there. Like this. For example, this is not the bow, but like as an example, something to cover up the middle part of the elastic could be a little bow. I think it would have to contrast because that doesn't really look right. It's too big, but you know what I mean? It's so cool that you made that, right? And not just made it, I invented it out of my brain. I don't have a pattern. I just knew the measurements of a baby and used the measurements of a baby to make a pattern that should, in theory, fit a baby. I'm gonna freak out when this looks adorable with her. I'm gonna get such a cute photo shoot for her. Okay, I still have finishing work. It's not done, but it's getting close. I'll finish it today. That's the exciting thing. I was saying to my sister, I was showing her and her husband, they were here for dinner yesterday, I was showing it to them and saying like, oh, blah, 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 it's so cute, blah, blah, blah. And my sister said, how many hours-ish? And I was like, so many. She was like, is it worth it? And I was like, it is though, because it's handmade and I get a lot of like joy out of it. So it's worth it, even though it takes a long time. You know, like, it's like, oh, it's not worth the hours. No, it is worth the hours. As long as the hours are available for you to use, then it's worth it. If you don't have those hours available, then it's not worth it. But for me, it is. So I explained to her, so far, it's been like 16 hours to make that dress because I am not an expert sewist, as it were. So it's been like 16 hours, and by the time I finished the dress, I told her it's probably going to be close to 24 hours of work. And that's why clothing in the olden days, you only had what you had, and it's because it took a long time to make. That would be so cute. I think it's going to be very cute. And now I just want to make something to match her. With the scraps from the dress. It was an adult-sized dress to begin with. I can make it with a machine. Yes, I could make it with a machine also. Okay, so the other thing is I have all of this left over from the dress that I harvested the fabric to make that dress from. And I think that there is enough here to do something for an adult size. I just haven't figured out quite what. So the things that I have, because the fabric is all short pieces. There's good size, but they're like short in length. So I have a bunch of pieces that are about 1 meter long that are left, but they're short because the dress was tiered, the original dress. And I have one side of the body piece of the original dress. This is big enough to do like half of a body piece. It's not big enough to make a full body piece. but it is probably big enough to make half of one. And then I just have a bunch of these scraps. They're all weird sizes, but I think if I cut and sew a bunch of them together, we will probably be able to get somewhere with it. There's like pieces with drawstrings, a bolero. I think, Louisa, let me lay out the fabric. I think there might be enough for like a top, like a flowy top. If I just lay it all out, we'll see what we actually have for square footage. Ish. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but we have an idea, you know? Like, there's definitely not enough to make a dress, but like, that's got to be 1 yard. I have roughly a yard of fabric, you know? If I lay it all out, it's probably a little more than a yard total. It's just the designs won't go the same direction, so that'll be something I have to work on or work out. But I think I could make like a whole shirt. It's just I would have to figure out the way to have the fabric lie that it'll look good still, you know? I'm sure it'll be doable. I just don't know what. I kind of want to make something for me or something for my sister, because then Elizabeth can match with another woman and it'll be very cute. But I don't know what yet. Maybe it'll be a skirt and the skirt goes with Elizabeth's dress. I don't know. A bolero? I don't know. It's not stretchy fabric. I don't feel like a bolero really works for this. Oh, excuse me. Louisa, you make me want to take my machine out. I could have made it in an afternoon. Instead, I took 24 hours to sew it by hand. Like an idiot. Not like an idiot, like a genius. Like a brilliant mind. I'm not in the mood to film, but I really have to because I haven't been doing it for a long time and I finally started, so I have to do it. Just gotta buckle down and film a bunch of sewing today. It's gonna go great. It's gonna go so great, and we're all gonna be so happy about it. But that's it for today. I'm gonna go now because I have everything set up so I can just get into filming. I can set my camera up and start now. So I'm gonna go and I will talk to you all on Monday. I hope that you come back. If you had a good time, come back. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. till 12 p.m. We hang out here, we chat, we make stuff, and we crochet and sew and paint and all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, do you wanna see my painting? It's not done. I'm working on a painting right now. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm trying my best to be gentle with watercolor. Here's my painting. Do you see how light it is? It's important that you understand how hard that was for me to do, to mix diluted paints that are this diluted. So here's my painting. See, there's the California poppy. It's over there, California poppy. See how pale it is? I'm not good at it. I only know how to put down a lot of color. So I haven't yet figured out how to watercolor like gently. Hold on. But do you see how pale the colors are? It's very diluted. The point is, this is the way you're supposed to watercolor. The way I watercolor is wrong. But I also hung up another photo or another painting somewhere. I hung up my bass, and then I also hung up something else. I hung up a tree. So now I have like tons of artwork hung up, and I feel good about it. Okay, now I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I'll see you next time, okay? Have a good rest of your day, and have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Happy 4th of July. Happy Canada Day, okay? Love you, bye. See you next